Hey there, crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have you guys back, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Annie and I run this Anny Cricuts DIY page. It's so much fun over here. We do Cricut crafts, we do sublimation, we do a lot of small business talk, and of course a lot of other DIY projects. As most of my day one followers know, since last year in July, I have been undergoing a huge transformation, not only for my business in general, but for myself. I'm on a health journey right now. Today's video is a very touchy subject for me because I hold it very dear to my heart. Lately, I've been getting a lot of DMs and messages on TikTok, on Instagram. I have so many people asking me, like, how do I create a small business with what I do, with crafting, with anything? And remember, crafting is not just a Cricut craft, right? It could be anything. Maybe you do shirts, maybe you make cups, maybe there's so many things out there. The list goes on and on and on. But the whole point is being able to sell something that you're making with your own hands and selling it, making profit, and most importantly, being able to support your family or yourself with your small crafting business. So I thought to myself, I know I've made a lot of videos about how to start up your new small business, but I haven't made a lot of videos of things that I would do differently if I were to start my small business all over again. This one's gonna be juicy, okay? First things first, I want you guys to know everything that I have, everything that you see here in the back room, my beautiful craft room, wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for this right here. Yes, a Libby cup with Cricut vinyl. I know it sounds crazy, it sounds simple, but let me tell you, it was exactly this, a Libby cup that went viral for me. I really didn't know what I was doing when I first started. I just kind of like posted some TikToks or some Instagram videos sometimes when I finished making a cup. If I knew what I knew today, I think I would have probably made even triple, quadruple the money when this cup went viral, okay? But enough talking about me. I want to get into the nitty gritty of things that I would definitely do differently if I were to start up Anny Cricuts DIY or my business in general all over again. The first subject I'm going to talk about, I know I'm going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I have to give it to you straight. That's what I made this page for. You need to stop giving out your crafts for free. I am very sad to say that I did that a little bit too often, to be honest. When I first got my Cricut, obviously we all get super excited, kind of overwhelmed as well. It's just like a brand new toy, right? So you get something brand new, you have all of these ideas, you're watching all these videos, you're learning things, and you just want to make it all, right? So there's going to be times that you're going to make things, they don't come out that good, you don't feel too confident. But remember, like anything in life, the more you practice, the better you get. Because my first couple of cups were absolutely horrible, okay? But when I started getting a little bit better, I started posting on like my personal Instagram, like, hey, family, friends, look, I'm doing this for Teacher Appreciation Week, for Mother's Day, for Christmas. And of course, I would get a lot of like DMs from my family and friends. I had some that were absolutely amazing, and they would tell me, okay, I want to buy 5 cups, right? Just tell me how much. Sometimes I was so embarrassed to like charge a family or friend that I would either give it to them for free or just tell them to pay for the cup itself, which didn't cost much anyways, while I was in my craft room for probably 2 hours making them. Listen, I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you, if somebody wants to support you, especially a family member or a friend, they will understand that what you're doing costs material, the machine, the time, the effort, the mistakes. They need to compensate you for it. I know you're trying to be a good person. I know us crafters usually tend to be that way. We just want to be giving and we're so proud of our work and we love it so much, but you have to understand that everything is out of pocket for you, okay? Every square inch of that roll of vinyl is affecting your pocket. So you could still make beautiful, amazing things and still make money from it and not feel guilty about it. Maybe you won't be selling your crafts like right away. Like maybe you have to kind of get into it, just kind of perfect your craft a little bit. But once you feel comfortable enough to post it and to sell it, you need to start charging family and friends. Period. Number 2, this is where my business savvy comes in, okay? The one thing that I do regret from the beginning is that I didn't open up an Etsy shop or my own website sooner. I actually waited close to like a year and a half later that I was already selling pretty nice and decent amount of cups and personalized gifts and custom orders. And I think I was just scared. Like I always heard about Etsy, I was always kind of like iffy about it. I didn't think that I was big enough or good enough to sell on like a platform or to have my own website. Little did I know that me hopping onto Etsy and making my own website is what really changed the game for me, because not only were my close people, family, friends of friends buying, now I put myself out there on the online marketplace. You have to remember, especially when it comes to Etsy, that is a search engine. People go there for customized gifts. I was selling through my Instagram DMs, through Facebook, like marketplace, I think it was. It was so sketchy. There would be times that they would send me the payment or not send me the payment. I would ship it out. I was paying triple when it comes to like shipping because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. If I'm hitting home right now, this is definitely your sign. And wait just 1 second. Right now we're in May. So you already know this is like the pre-season right now to get ready for the holidays, which is the busiest and the heaviest time for people like us that make custom gifts. So if you want to start selling your Cricut or your crafts or your shirts, whatever you want to sell, if you want to start selling it this year, you need to listen to this as well, especially since we're talking small business. This is a part that you're not going to want to skip, okay? Like I was telling you guys earlier, when I first started, I was kind of selling through Instagram and Facebook. But remember, the algorithm changes. You know, people like, people don't share your posts. Things change. We can't control social media. But what really, really brought the customers in and the customers that kept on coming in and repurchasing things was Breville, okay? And it is such an honor to say that Breville is actually sponsoring this video. So this is like a full 180 moment right now, okay? So let's get right into it. I need you guys to think of Breville like a tool to your online business. We have to think outside the box. Think about email campaigns, automation, easy drag and drop builder, the SMS option, extremely beginner friendly and extremely affordable for small business owners just like ourselves. The best part about using Breville is I feel personally like it's so good for us crafters, because the best part is when your customer purchases something from you, you're gonna add them to your email list. And with their email is how you communicate with your customers to let them know you have a new drop, a new collection, a restock alert, holiday sale campaign. I mean, we're literally in perfect timing for this right now. Remember, crafters, it all starts in August, okay? Back to school, that is such a heavy month. We have Halloween, we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, like ching, ching, ching. Christmas is the biggest one. And I also use Breville's email features to even email my customers when they have an abandoned cart. Because let's all be real, that happens to all of us, even me. I go on Amazon, I start buying things, and then I kind of leave it in my cart and forget about it. So here is a personal example of something that I would do, okay? Let's say that I was launching this cup right here. I would 100% be sending all of my customers 3 types of emails. A sneak peek email for all of them to get really excited about it. A launch day reminder, which is huge. People always have that fear of like missing out thing. A launch day reminder. Remember, customers hate to feel like they're missing out on something, okay? True FOMO. And the most important one, the 48-hour last call email. That's like really giving that extra push to your customers saying, hey, we just released this amazing cup right now. It's dropping this day. We're 40 hours out. This is all part of campaigns and marketing, but with Breville, it just makes life so much easier. You don't have to have like a degree on coding and all this crazy stuff. Breville just makes it that much easier. So for whoever's watching, if you're really serious about turning this into an actual income for you and selling your crafts and your Cricut projects, I will have Breville's link down below for you. And I even have a code to save you guys some money. My code is Anny50, which gives you 50% off standard and the starter plans for the first 3 months. So definitely take advantage. You could start building your list right away. By the way, you're welcome. And let me know in the comments if you guys want me to ever do like a really in-depth tutorial of how to use Breville. I would love to help you guys out with that too. Alrighty, so the third thing I wish I did differently was save money. Listen. I'm always gonna talk business to you guys, okay? Even when you first start, you're gonna get so excited because you're gonna make these sales, you're selling your crafts, you're gonna be like, oh my God, look, I'm selling. The same thing happened to me. But one thing that I didn't do is put away a little percentage of every sale that I made for taxes, okay? Remember, we all have the potential here of blowing up. Trust me when I tell you, I know it feels amazing to get a sale and feel like, you know, that whole profit's for yourself. You're gonna go on a vacation, do something with your family. Trust me, I was there. But I wanna prepare you for the future because I know you're gonna grow and I know I'm gonna help you get there. I need you to start thinking like a very established businesswoman or man, okay? I want you to be financially responsible, especially becoming a small business owner, because every year it's gonna get better and better and better for you. Take it from me, save some type of percentage of every sale that you make. The fourth thing that I would do completely different would be staying consistent on social media. Now, I am very well aware that not every small business owner has to be on social media to make it big or to get a lot of sales, obviously. I just personally think that social media is such a free and easy tool to really put yourself out there, especially the beginning. Remember, when you first start off, you're probably going to start selling your crafts through your personal like social media platforms, right? Like Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. That's exactly what I did. But when I started picking up momentum and more people started following me, and it was people that were not family and friends, now they're complete strangers and potential customers, I built my own pages around the Anny Cricuts DIY world. And with that said, when I first started that page, I wasn't really posting every day. I was kind of just posting on the weekends whenever I had the time to actually craft and do brand new things, right? I'm gonna actually put my old TikTok account where I started all of this Anny Cricut stuff up here so you guys could see. Remember, do not give up. I don't care if your views are low, if your likes are low, if it's like crickets out there, 100 views, that's nothing. Keep it consistent. Social media platforms, the algorithm loves consistency. I know you have heard this from 1,000 people. This is nothing new, but I also understand how frustrating and discouraging it is putting all your effort into making a video and, you know, filming yourself doing something and showing off your product, and you don't really see like any type of love and support back from social media. But remember, all it takes is just one video. Okay, you could go, I don't know, a whole month, 30 days with posting something and not get any views. But maybe that 31st day of that month is when you post something and it goes viral. Or not even super viral, like semi-viral. And then that's when the algorithm starts picking up. Trust me, check out all of my platforms, even my weight loss platforms. Being consistent is very, very important. You do not have to be creating content that looks like it's from somebody super professional. Even something simple as showing off your product, you know, getting people excited about like teases or little sneak peeks of something. Just post something. Even yourself making the actual product, that also is a huge hit as well. Put yourself out there, whether you want to be on camera or not, that's totally fine, or just film your products, but put yourself out there, be consistent. And the last topic for today's video that I really want to talk about, something I would do completely different, would be not calculating my profit. Okay, I didn't do that for maybe a whole year, and I really want to save you guys money from the beginning. Look, as a small business owner or a future small business owner, you have to look at everything, okay? Even when it comes to your shipping stickers, or how much does it cost to even put an extra layer of vinyl? How much does that vinyl roll cost you? How much does the stickers for the envelope cost you? How much does the markers cost for you to write who it's for? Everything, the thank you cards, the labels, everything adds up. I need you to not be scared to price correctly, okay? I don't want you putting all this money into packaging, into all the nice things, and then not see money really come into the bank when you make a sale. Remember, we are in different times right now, but a cup like this, I was selling it for almost $30, okay? And it's just a glass cup with some vinyl on it. But I made sure to tell my customers, show them through social media that I use great products. For example, I use the best of the best vinyls. I did color changing vinyls to make things a little bit more interesting and fun. If you believe in your crafts and you use the right products and you're showing all of your potential customers exactly what you're doing, what you stand for, do not be scared to price your items correctly, okay? Do not lowball yourself. So before you start any small business, I want you to make all the calculations. How much was that printer? How much was the paper for the printer? That's what you use to print out your shipping labels. How much was the label printer? How much was this? How much was that? Everything adds up. I need you to be on top of that because you need to make profit from whatever you are selling. With that said, those were like the first 5 things that came to my head, but honestly, I have so many more other things I would have done differently, like personal wise and business wise. I need you guys to let me know if you want like a part 2 on this, because I would love to definitely make a whole nother video about this, maybe get more in depth too. Let me know in the comments for sure. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I want to give you this message directly to you, whoever is watching. If you made it all the way to the end of this means that you were so all in, that you are so dedicated, that you want to do this, you want to learn everything that you can to become a small business owner. And trust me when I tell you, I believe in you and you could do it. I am a regular person, okay? I've always worked corporate jobs, 9 to 5. I'm a mom too. I support my family. You know, I always felt like it was a rat race my whole life. But when I started making income from things that I love doing anyways, crafting, cricketing, doing sublimation, think about it, and I started making income for my family and living a little bit more comfortable as well, it is all because I took the risk. I stopped being embarrassed about things and embarrassed about posting things. No, I put myself out there. I believed in what I was doing. I knew I was making beautiful things. And there you go. That is how Annie Cricuts DIY evolved. I love you guys. I'm so excited to be back. I can't wait to do some holiday crafts with all of you, give you some inspiration. And of course, one of my favorite things to do is yap about small business stuff. Love you guys. Have a great week.